yesterday I thought, what can I do a Vader video about? I know, my diaries from when I'm 13. It'll be funny, I can cringe about all the stupid stuff I did when I was 13. It'll be like looking at pictures of what was fashionable in the 90s and finding it entertaining. I was so wrong. I went back to my diary from when I was around 13 and what I found was unrelentless misery. I do remember being unhappy because teen angst and other stuff as well, but it's like when you're just swimming along at the beach, you put your foot down, you're fine, the floor is still there. And then you swim out a bit further, you try and put your foot down, and then you start panicking because you've gone out way further than you intended to and the floor is no longer there. Going back through my old diary was like me thinking that I thought the level of misery would be swimming, put your foot down, the floor's still there. But no, it was actually more of a swimming, and oh no, suddenly there's 10 metres between you and the floor of the ocean with tons of fish in between. No one has a good time when they're 13. Well, I'm sure there are some people out there, 1%, who do have a good time when they're 13, but I don't trust those people. And I feel like it's kind of brushed off by adults as, oh, teen angst, hormones, change, growing up, pressure. And I was just saying things like, it will get better, you'll get through it. And while all those things are true, it does get better. You do get more life experience. You do learn how to just generally deal with stuff. The memory or something is always different from actually experiencing it. Sometimes going through the actual experience is a lot more intense. To my 13-year-old self, I would say the world is so much smaller than you realise it is. I would actually probably end up saying that to how I am now when I'm older in a few years' time again. But it really is. Things that seemed like the end of the world, they were like that at the time, and I'm not going to diminish that experience because if I were 13 again, I probably would feel the exact same feelings. But you're going to be okay. Sometimes when people say it gets better, you can hold on to that as like a tiny grain of hope to get you through. And other times it's like, future me is sorted then, but what about me right now? Right now things suck and I don't want it to suck. I don't want to have to wait days or months or years for it to not suck. And then basically time passes as it always does. You get to a place where it doesn't suck and you can look back on it as one giant blur of horrible stuff that you don't really want to think about, rather than going through every single second and minute and day as you had to do when you're actually experiencing it. And with the serious business out of the way, I would actually like to talk about Edward Cullen, except the Edward Cullen part is also a serious business part. Because when I was 13, I thought that Edward Cullen was a good boyfriend because he was protective. No. This is the part where I would subtly tap my 13-year-old self on the shoulder and take her out for a nice walk and explain to her, no, Edward Cullen is not protective. He's an abusive boyfriend. He's controlling and manipulative. And also, if anyone tries and climbs into your bedroom and to watch you while you're sleeping, that's not romantic. That's really creepy, really messed up, and you should hightail your way out of Forks immediately. And yes, I would explain all of this on a walk. And if the 13-year-old me doesn't get it, I would just carry on walking, even if I had to walk all the way to John O'Groats until it got inside her head. Edward Cullen, no. No. Bad. Nothing good came out of Twilight, apart from gifs of Robert Pattinson, Kristen Stewart and Anna Kendrick making fun of Twilight on Tumblr. And I wonder what 22-year-old me will look back and think of 17-year-old me right now. I think 22-year-old me might say, what are you doing with your hair?